All right, welcome to the stream. We're streaming the Conquer Pocket Advance. Some GBA games on the socket front end. I'm only going to stream for about a half an hour, maybe. I'm going to pick a few games and pretend like I'm a gamer. That's one thing I don't like about Socket is I'm always accidentally loading games when I'm trying to change the brightness or something. That's probably a skill issue, but I haven't really figured out how to avoid doing it yet. I guess I can do that. Hey, how's it going? October, what? Did you order one of the other colors then? I know pink is shipping later and also that, like, translucent black. Well, that's fair. I mean, definitely have to order from wherever services your area and that you're comfortable with, so I understand. Sometimes that leads to longer shipping times, but I hadn't played that game at all, really. Just a bit here and there. I'm awful at it. That's not really my type of shmup. I don't know. It's a little slow. I'm more of a bullet hell shmupper than Iridian 2, but it was still pretty nice, but I couldn't really wrap my head around um, all of the weapons and upgrades and stuff.
also on the force back then. NYPD, Manhattan, Midtown North Precinct, Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, I guess it is a little slow. That's fine.
You'd make me work undercover in some hellhole. Sorry, Alex. Show him the baby come first. See? One last smoke. Spare for the baby. Max, a regular Boy Scout. See, Alex. Still out for poker Thursday night, right? Like taking candy from a baby. Life was good. Sun setting on a sweet summer's day. Smell of freshly mowed lawns. Sounds of children playing. A house across the river on the Jersey side. Beautiful wife and a baby girl. The American dream come true. Honey, I'm home. But dreams have a nasty habit of going bad when you're not looking. The sun went down with practiced bravado. Twilight crawled across the sky, laden with foreboding. I didn't like the way the show started. They'd give me the best seat in the house, front row center. Something ugly had been tattooed on the wall, a map of things to come. It was a poisoned syringe, a magic tag full of diabolical meanings. Listen, someone's broken into my house. Call 911. Is this the Payne residence? Yes, someone's broken into my house. They're still here. You have to... Good. I'm afraid I cannot help you. Who is this? Hello? No! That was 3 years ago. Everything ripped apart in the New York Minute.
They're actually pretty comfortable. I mean, they're soft. They're quite like the other buttons. Like, they're a soft press. But they're pretty comfortable. You can press them from, like, the edge here. I mean, when you get really close, yeah, it starts to be an issue maybe there, but you can really press it all the way around. It's pretty comfortable and soft. Now, like the R2 button is much clickier. But I don't know. I really like the triggers. They're pretty prominent and comfortable. These buttons back here, I don't really use these. I think they do some things, but I don't really make use of them. They're a little awkward to press. Like they're a little bit squishy but clicky. So they click. Um, they click in, but they're a little like squishier than like L2. But whatever they're configured to do currently, I don't really have any use for that. So I actually don't even know what I've done now. There we go. In the back of the device, at the bottom, like where exactly? This is the back. So there's the fan exhaust and intake grooves for the back. Down here is all your, you know, technical, uh, technical information. If you mean like back here, I don't know if you mean the remake. This is the 464 model. Yeah, it says remake. I don't really know what that's about. INE is on some odd choices when it comes to like their real gamers, no gamers, and some of the other language they use for their marketing and stuff. Well, I can get, some diagonals to work. I'm not like an amazing Street Fighter player, but I'm able to get some Hadokens and other things to come out. So people who are more adept at fighting games, you might find this D-pad to be usable. Um, I'm not a huge fighting game person, so I don't play a ton of them. I play a few, but not really on handhelds, more on like, Xbox Series X or whatever. It does look sturdy. It has like I don't know. They kind of nailed it's just like a GBA in like the DMG sort of colorway, but it does seem like an actual like retro piece of tech almost. It reminds me a lot of the like back when Home Alone came out, Home Alone 2. There was a toy called the Talkboy FX, and it was like a handheld like cassette recorder. Um, but that's what it reminds me of. It has like sort of the same color, and then like the record button is red and stuff. It also looks like a DeLorean, um, like the car, sort of the same colorway. But I like it. I mean, the more I use it, the more I like it, I think. Yeah, it's not too bad at all. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan. I'm not like a huge fan of colored handhelds. The blue and the coral, they look nice, but that's not really my style. I like the retro style and translucent a lot, or just black. Yeah, King of Fighters is not one that I've really played much. I'm kind of more of a scrub. Like I play like Mortal Kombat and I like Street Fighter, but I'm really terrible at it. So it's like one of those games. Like I wish I was better at fighting games, but I'm not. But I get more enjoyment out of like the more casual ones because if I try to be competitive, it just all falls apart. So, but like I have a deep appreciation for fighting games. I like to just play them like casually here and there. I tried to play Tekken for a while and I just couldn't really get into it as much. Like I played it back in the day a bit, like three um and others, but like trying to play like six and seven more recently, or whatever, I couldn't really do it. So someone did ask me if I've had any like weird jank with Socket, and I haven't noticed much except when I booted it up one day, I like try to change the brightness or I access the pull down menu while like Socket was loading maybe, and then like none of my face buttons would respond in Socket. Um, so I've had some other people that have mentioned maybe they've had like issues with the buttons being recognized in the front end, but I only had that happen once, and I attribute it to messing around with it when I shouldn't have been. Yeah, Mortal Kombat's kind of. I think like if you're into fighting games, you might gravitate towards like one of two styles maybe of like inputs. And Mortal Kombat has more like the dial-up combo or whatever. So I don't know if I don't think it's better or worse than others really, but it's definitely maybe more of a learning curve than something else that's like more reliant on 3D movement or like dashing around or any sort of like quarter or half circle movements or circular inputs. I don't know if it's a software issue. I've only had it happen once, but it's been fine ever since. And I'm not like super partial to this front end. I just, people are talking about it. It's interesting. I really only like the animation, the simplicity. I'm not a big front end nerd, so I don't like spending a lot of time getting them set up or configuring them. Um, and I don't mind having different ones across different devices, especially when it's like a more specific use case, like you want a GBA device to play GBA or whatever, and so I paid $6, so I have this nice GBA cartridge animation. I'm fine with that for now, but I'm pretty low maintenance with stuff like this. So as long as it looks nice and it isn't buggy or anything, I think it'd be fine for this. I normally use Beacon when I use like an Android front end on other devices. I usually just put Beacon on it and set it up and then kind of forget about it. I honestly don't know if I have everything I need. I've never played this game. Yeah, I've heard really amazing things about this game. I haven't played so many games. Like, I'm not a huge RPG fan, mostly because I try to play them and I just can't stay engaged with them. So I have like a short list of like a dozen RPGs I should be playing or have played. I like Guilty Gear also. I was actually just playing that on the 135. Um, I have Guilty Gear X on here. But yeah, Golden Sun and some others, I would really like to set aside time to play them. But I'd also like to play some other stuff too, like Lost Odyssey and like Blue Dragon. I heard Blue Dragon's just got a PC, like a PC decomp or something that's releasing maybe tomorrow. I don't know much about that, but I'm all for more opportunities to play games on different platforms. So, but yeah, Guilty Gear, it works surprisingly well on the 135. I'm probably gonna wrap this stream up now, but since you mentioned it, I was just playing this the other day. Yeah, I'll have to check that out for Blue Dragon because what I have is like an Xbox 360 game. Well, I'm gonna have to wrap it up there today for the stream, but I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, RPGs are a little slow to me too, and I don't know what it is. It's just like I don't. It's not necessarily the time commitment, but like I find it hard to kind of keep track of things. I think I need like an RPG player journal because I'll start to forget. Like if I can't keep up, on a regular basis of playing, I won't really remember what's going on. But that's more of a me problem than a game problem. Yeah, Mega Man, that's another series that I haven't really played much of, but people seem really into that Battle Network series, and I wasn't really sure why. I never really looked into it, but yeah, definitely. Thank you. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm gonna leave it here for today. I got some business to handle, but I'll try to clean up the streams and maybe get some better like lighting and do some timestamps and make things a little bit more accessible for some people. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Take care.